Hey guys, my name is Stormi, and well, since this is my first video where I'm actually speaking on camera, you can expect a lot of stuttering, a lot of things that don't make sense, and about over 9,000 different jump cuts. So, I guess we'll begin on starting with how I got into the fandom. When I was growing up as a kid, a lot of my favorite cartoon and video game characters were all anthropomorphic, which I guess is kind of a common thing for kids back in the 90s. But yeah, cartoon characters were like, I don't know, Rocco and, you know, the old Sonic the Hedgehog cartoons. I was obsessed with those as a kid. Tails, we'll just get into video game characters too, I guess. Sonic, Tails, two of my favorite video game characters right there. Spyro, Klonoa, and of course Crash. How could I forget about Crash? Anyway, yeah, I grew up with that stuff. Those are my favorite video game characters all right there, in a nutshell. But yeah, with going to anime cons in recent years, or at least in the last 7 or 8 years, I've taken notice to fursuiters and all. I've known about furries for the last 10 or so years, but I've never been really open to discussing my interest with the fandom because, unfortunately, there's still a lot of hate going on with the fandom, although nowhere near as much as there used to be like 10 years ago, but, you know, the hate still lingers now and then, but I've started to get more and more friends that also share the same interest, and I even converted a few of my friends into furries themselves. So, with the cultural shift and all with regards to the fandom, one day I just sat up and decided to say, fuck it, you know, I'm going to get into it myself. I mean, it's interested me for the last decade or so, but I never was really open about it until recently, until the last year or so. But yeah, as I started to become more and more open about my interest towards the fandom, I decided to make my own persona. Unfortunately, I'm not that creative, so I mean, I did try to draw him, but the problem is he looked way too much like Tails. I have an obsession with Tails. I've had an obsession with him since I was a kid, but we'll get into that in another video. Yeah, he looked way too much like Tails. We've got that out of the way. So I got really frustrated trying to draw Stormi because although I consider myself an artist, I don't consider myself a good one, and drawing anthropomorphic creatures is not really my forte, at least not yet. I'm too used to drawing in sort of an anime style, but even that I never really got good at. So once I went through the motions of getting frustrated and aggravated and saying, oh, fuck this, you know, I commissioned someone to do it. I commissioned someone to create a reference for my persona, which as you probably know, is Stormi. I am a Folf. That is a fox-wolf hybrid, which is genetically impossible, but, you know, I have no creativity. But yeah. But anyway, here I am. I got my persona drawn out, and eventually I got a fursuit. I got my first suit back in April, actually, just in time for FWA. That was his debut. I was very nervous, excited, scared, nauseous, but I got over it. But I think what really drew me into the fandom more than anything else was how happy everyone is. Everywhere you go with furries, they're all so expressive. Yes, the fandom is full of friggin' drama, but what fandom doesn't have that, you know? I mean, yeah, I think the fandom could get an honorable mention for having more drama than a lot of other fandoms I've dealt with, but it's still drama all the same, nonetheless, regardless, whatever. Seeing how happy everyone was with just expressing themselves with each other, that made me want to get into it. So I drew up my persona, Stormi. I'll go into more detail about him in another video, but I drew up Stormi. I eventually had a fursuit made for him, and here I am today. going to fur cons, hugging all the people, scaring a few people, no doubt. Getting bit by people that scare me. We'll talk about that in another video. But yeah, do you have any questions or any other videos you think I should make? If you think I should just not do this or whatever, leave a comment. Subscribe if I amused you even slightly. Or if I pissed you off, still subscribe. You know, some people need to get pissed off now and then. Anyway, I guess that's it. So yeah, see you next time.